श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम्। ॐ गणानाहं त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पदानश्चण्वन् नूदिभिस्सीदसादनम्। ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे श्रीगुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ श्रीशङ्कराचार्यस्वामिने नमः। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम्।
नमस्ते महोदय। उषा श्रीनिवासन भगिनी।
नमस्ते महोदय।
नमस्ते।
समोहं सर्वभूतेषु, sorry sir, I'm not getting the raga. समोहं सर्वभूतेषु न मे द्वेष्योऽस्ति न प्रियः। समोहं सर्वभूतेषु न मे द्वेष्योऽस्ति न प्रियः। ये भजन्ति तु मां भक्त्या मयि ते तेषु चाप्यहम्। Thank you sir.
One more person, same shloka.
विजयलक्ष्मी आर भगिनी।
नमस्ते महोदय।
नमस्ते।
समोहं सर्वभूतेषु न मे द्वेषोऽस्ति न प्रियः। ये भजन्ति तु मां भक्त्या मयि ते तेषु चाप्यहम्।
Good.
अनुपमा भट्ट भगिनी।
अपि चेत् सुदुराचारः भजते मामनन्यभाक् साधुरेव समन्तव्यः सम्यक् व्यवसितो हि सः।
Good. One more person.
कृष्ण पावनी भगिनी।
महोदय।
नमस्ते।
अपि चेत् सुदुराचारः भजते मामन्यभाक् साधुरेव समन्तव्यः सम्यग् व्यवसितो हि सः।
Good.
वीणा फानिश्री भगिनी। ओके, गुरुमूर्ति महोदय।
क्षिप्रं भवति धर्मात्मा शश्वच्छान्तिं निगच्छति कौन्तेय प्रतिजानीहि न मे भक्तः प्रणश्यति।
Good. One more person.
काश्मीरा भगिनी।
Yes. क्षिप्रं भवति धर्मात्मा शश्वच्छान्तिं निगच्छति कौन्तेय प्रतिजानीहि न मे भक्तः प्रणश्यति।
Good.
श्रीलक्ष्मी भगिनी।
Yes sir. मां हि पार्थव्यपाश्रित्य येऽपि स्युपापयोनयः स्त्रियो वैश्यास्तथा शूद्राः तेऽपि यान्ति परां गतिम्।
Good. Next. One more person.
के ललिता भगिनी।
Yes sir. मां हि पार्थ व्यपाश्रित्य येऽपि स्युः पापयोनयः स्त्रियो वैश्यास्तथा शूद्राः तेऽपि यान्ति परां गतिम्।
Good. Next.
साई लक्ष्मी भगिनी।
नमस्ते महोदय।
नमस्ते।
किं पुनर्ब्राह्मणाः पुण्याः भक्ता राजर्षयस्तथा अनित्यमसुकल्लोकम् इमं प्राप्य भजस्व माम्.
Good. Next.
विजयलक्ष्मी आर् भगिनी.
किं पुनर्ब्राह्मणाः पुण्याः भक्ता राजर्षयस्तथा अनित्यमसुखल्लोकम् इमं प्राप्य भजस्व माम्.
Good.
वीणा फानिश्री भगिनी.
नमस्ते महोदय।
Namaste.
मन्मना भव मद्भक्तः मद्याजी मां नमस्कुरु मामे वैश्यसि युक्तैश्वम् आत्मानां मत्परायणः
Atmanam matparayanah.
आत्मानं मत्परायणः
Second line again.
मामे वैश्यसि युक्त्वैवम् आत्मानं मत्परायणः।
Good. Next.
अनुपमा भट्ट भगिनी.
मन्मनां भव मद्भक्तः मद्याजी मां नमस्कुरु मामे वैश्यसि युक्तव्यम् आत्मानं मत्परायणः।
Yuktvaivam. Not yuktai. Yuktvai.
मामे वैश्यसि युक्त्वैवम् आत्मानं मत्परायणः।
Good. Next.
उषा श्रीनिवासन भगिनी.
Yes, sir. Om Tatsadiति Shrimad Bhagavad Gitasu Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayai Yoga Shastre Sri Krishnarjuna Samvade Rajavidhaya Rajavidhaya Raja Guhya Yogo Nama Navamodhyayah.
The Raja Vidya, not Vidya, Raja Vidya, king of knowledge, and Raja Guhya, king of secrets. Raja Vidya, Raja Guhya, Yogo Nama, Navamodhyayah.
Sorry, sir. Thank you.
No, you don't have to say sorry. Eh? This is all of us are learning. Just make this thing. Sri Krishnarjuna Samvade, Raja Vidya, Raja Guhya, Yogo Nama, Navamodhyayah. Can you chant again?
Full or only that line?
Full. You can chant the full thing.
Om Tatsaditi Shrimad Bhagavad Gitasu Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayai Yoga Shastre Sri Krishnarjuna Samvade Rajavidya Rajaguhya Yogo Nama Rajavidya Rajaguhya Yogo Nama Navamodhyayah.
Okay, not Brahma Vidyayai. Okay, it's a Brahma Vidyayam.
Brahma Vidyayam.
And when you are going to chant it together, Brahma Vidyayai Yoga Shastre, that imp will become E. When you are going to chant it together, if you are going to put a pause there, Om Tatsaditi Shrimad Bhagavad Gita Su Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Raja Vidya Raja Guhya Yogo Nama Navamodhyayah. Like that.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Next, one more person.
श्री लक्ष्मी भगिनी. श्री लक्ष्मी भगिनी. काश्मीरा भगिनी.
Madam, shall I say?
Yes, ma'am.
ॐ तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे राजविद्या राजगुह्य योगो नाम नवमोऽध्यायः.
Good. I think one more person also can chant. No, there was somebody was there, right?
Sri Lakshmi Bhagini.
Yes, sir. Om Tatsaditi Shrimad-Bhagavad-Gitasu Upanishadsu Brahma-Vidyayai Yoga-Shastre Shri Krishna-Arjuna-Samvade Raja-Vidya-Yoga-Raja-Guhya-Yoga Nama Navamodhyayah.
Chant it from Shri Krishnajana Samvade.
Shri Krishna-Arjuna Samvade Raja-Vidya Raja-Guhya Yogo Nama Navamodhyayah.
Good. So, Om Tat Sat. So, we have been able to complete 9 chapters of Bhagavad Gita, and the entire portion of Tvam Pada, that is Tattvamasi. The first 6 chapters were dedicated to the Tvam Pada. So, we try to understand the U principle of Tattvamasi. Now, we are in the Tat principle of Tattvamasi. That is, we are talking about Bhagavan, the Brahman, all those kinds of things. In the Raja Vidya Raja Guhya Yogam, Bhagavan was trying to emphasize that it is not necessary, that is, it is only our own decision whether we want to have a life of what do you call birth and death, okay, and then only do certain kinds of karmas, kamya karmas, primarily doing things for the sake of getting some returns for benefits for our own selves, and then getting into a cycle of birth and death, or even if somebody is going to be involved in Vedic karmas, and then if they are going to do the Vedic karmas with the intention of getting only to Swarga, once the punyas are all getting exhausted, they will again come back to the normal life of a, they'll again be born. You know, if they are lucky, they'll be born as a human being. But those people who have been committed to dharma, they'll normally be born into a human cycle of birth and death. But the cycle of birth and death cannot be escaped unless otherwise somebody is able to become a Jivan Mukta. So even in Brahma Loka, if somebody goes also, the life is finite there. Even if somebody goes to Devaloka also, it is not infinitely is going to be there. Once the punya is exhausted, people have to come back. So Bhagavan says that Ananyas Chintayanto Mam Yejana Parjupasate Tesha Nityavyuktanam Yogakshemam Vahamyaham. So he says that the person should have a devotion or bhakti where they should understand, they should first of all have a knowledge of Bhagavan. So Bhagavan has been working in terms of right from chapter 7, he has been talking about Jnana Vijnana Yoga and trying to give an understanding or knowledge about the God. But at the end of the day, one has to recognize the God. Okay, he has given all these things, but ultimately it has got to be recognized. So only the recognition, once it takes place, only the person will be able to understand that he is a Brahman. So knowledge is something, but recognition is the most important thing. So Bhagavan is telling how you can recognize all those kinds of things. And those people who are going to be, they understood the knowledge, but they are still not able to recognize, they become one of the best bhaktas. So the best bhaktas, what they do, they feel, they know, they understand that Bhagavan is not separate from them, and then they always try to get engaged with him in whatever they do in the entire waking state. When they are going to be engaged in karma, they have a karma yoga buddhi, or when they are going to be engaged in kind of prayer, the prayer, it is ananyas chintaya. They don't look at Bhagavan as separate from them and pray to God not for any kind of personal benefit or personal welfare, not for yoga kshemam, but they primarily pray for having a very clear clarity and understanding and knowing Bhagavan. They say that we understand you, but we are not able to recognize you, so please help me. So that is the kind of bhakti that those people have. So he says that Arjuna manmana bhava mad bhaktaha madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishyasi yuktvaivam atmanam, I forgot the thing. Atmanam matparayana. So he says that always manmana bhava, engage myself, engage in your mind only me. Mad bhaktaha bhava, you become my devotee. Mad yaji, you worship me. Mam namaskuru, you surrender to me, you salute me. And mame yeshyasi, you will be able to reach me, or you will be able to reach me means you will be able to recognize me that your own Atma and Brahman are same. Mame Eshyasi Yuktva, Evam Yuktva, on knowing like this Atmanam by the self, Mat Parayana, they'll be able to achieve myself as the ultimate goal. So that is what Bhagavan has told. Now, with this, we have completed the 9th chapter, and today we'll go to the 10th chapter. The 10th chapter is called Vibhuti Yoga. Vibhuti means glory of Bhagavan. Okay, Bhagavan has been talking about his glories in lot of other chapters. In the Jnana Vijnana Yoga also, he has already touched upon his glories. He has also touched upon some glories in the case of 9th chapter. We'll quickly look at those kinds of glories, and then we'll go into the 10th chapter. So what is glory of Bhagavan? The only thing is that people like us will be able to recognize Bhagavan only in what we interact with in the world of things. So how can we appreciate this world of things and recognize the Bhagavan? For example, if you go to the seaside and then just take a morning walk with the sun rising, you just absolutely calm, you go on a seaside walk. Then you look at the majesty of the sea, look at the sun rising over there. It's all the vibhuti of Bhagavan. It is all manifestation of Bhagavan. And when you go there in silence and start looking at how all these things are happening, how the waves after waves are coming, beautifully the sun rises. Then once the sun rises, all the birds are moving from place to place. They all look out for their own food. Then they fly and go. Then immediately the lotus flower starts just blooming. Beautifully it starts blooming. Everything happens, like a rose beautifully starts blooming. The fragrance starts coming out from lotus flower. Fragrance starts coming out from jasmine flower. All those things happen. Beautifully, the river starts flowing. If you look at the entire thing, it's all beauty. So if you look at India, culturally, wherever there is a beauty, we have a temple. Okay. You go to, say, Kanyakumari, you have got 3 seas are joining over there. You got Indian Ocean, you have got the Bay of Bengal, and you have got the Arabian Sea. All the 3 seas are merging, each one of them having a different color. And that particular spot is supposed to be so beautiful that it's out of the world. So then you go there, and what do you have? You find a temple. Then you go up the hills in Tirupati, the beautiful temples of Tirupati, you have a temple for Balaji. You go into the Himalayas, you are able to see Badrinath temple. So wherever there is a beauty, wherever there are things, you always find a temple. And our culturally, it has been made by Indians. Our culture, Sanatana Dharma culture, wherever there is a beauty, you'll always find a temple. And we believe that the beauty belongs to the temple. Otherwise, we also make a temple beautiful. You go to some of the temples, which are all fantastic, be it Madurai temple or Chidambaram temple or Nataraja, the Chidambaram temple, or Tanjavur temple. It's all beautiful pieces. There you go to Amarnath, you got a wonderful formation of the ice lingam. Or you go to Manasrovar, the lake is fantastic. Then you go to the entire Himalaya, that particular mountain is supposed to be the Swarupa of Ishvara. It's all Himalaya. Everything, if you look at, it's all glories of God. So it's all Bhagavan's glory that everything is there that we have to appreciate. So Bhagavan said that everything is me. If you look at that way, he said Para Prakriti and Apara Prakriti. And he said this Apara Prakriti is also me. The entire material cause is all me. Entire materials that you find in the world is me. The earth is me. The water is me. The fire is me. Everything he has told. So he is now going to talk about many more of his own glories, because we are going to be interacting with his glories on a day in and day out basis. But only thing is that we fail to recognize these glories. For example, a child is born. When the child is born, right from the time the heart starts beating. How does the heart gets that kind of beating immediately? How does a child has a beautiful heart, which is going to be the same heart which is going to grow till the time the child is going to be in the world, and the heart is going to continuously beat, ensure that the good blood and bad blood are not mixed. There's a beautiful brain which is able to be functional. If you look at the human body itself, it's such a fantastic creation. So if you look at the beauty, you really wonder, how did all these things happen? You have a mango seed, put it into the earth, then the tree sprouts out, you've got a lot of mango fruits coming up. You put alfonso fruit, seed, you get alfonso fruit. You have a grape tree, you've got such kinds of beautiful fruit yielding trees. Then vegetables, plenty of vegetables. Everything, if you look at in the creation, there is something that is happening. We all have taken it for granted. That's all the kind of what Bhagavan has made. Like a cow. If you look at a cow, the cow starts giving a milk, right? If you look at that way, milk is an essential part of a human body. So the thing is that a child is able to get support from its mother for some time. Beyond that, the individual has got to live for life with milk. So there is a substitution coming in from cow. Throughout the life, cow gives milk. That cow gives buttermilk, then ghee, then butter. Look at this. If it's look at the creation which sustains one another is something fabulous. So Bhagavan tries to give some of these glories also in the 10th chapter. And when you start interacting with these glories, when you start looking at these glories, when you start thinking about these glories, then you also start understanding Bhagavan better. Why Bhagavan is taking so much of strain here, so much of he's putting so much of effort is that he wants us to understand because we have difficulty. After 9th chapter also, or after doing so many years of understanding Vedanta also, we still have a doubt. We still have a doubt whether Yoga Kshema will be taken care by Bhagavan. I can only be sincerely doing what I have to do, but yoga will be taken care by him. Kshema will be taken care of him. We don't have the trust. And many a time we fail to appreciate the beauties, and we are all getting into our own cycle of problems that we have from day in and day out. If we don't have a problem, we can create a problem and live in the problem and keep ourselves occupied. So Bhagavan is now telling that you can understand my vibhuti in multiple dimensions also. So he is going to talk about that particular thing in the 10th chapter, and then giving those kinds of vibhuti information. To vibhuti is glory, manifestations of Bhagavan. After talking about that in the 10th chapter, in the 11th chapter, he is going to really show the Vishwarupa Darshanam of him. And then we'll go on. So that is just a preamble to the 10th chapter. Okay. And I'll share another slide. You could see the screen now?
Yes, Mahodaya.
Okay. So when you look at Vibhuti Yoga, we are going to talk about that in the 10th chapter. You are seeing only a colored slide, right? Colored thing, right?
Yes, Mahodaya.
Yeah. So when you look at the chapter 10, the Vibhuti Yoga, there has been a lot of things that Bhagavan has already spoken about his Vibhuti in the earlier chapters. I thought it will be not only a recap, but also will help us to understand some of the Vibhutis of Bhagavan. Okay. If you look at chapter 7, maybe you can note it down also. If you look at chapter 7, Shloka number 8 to 12, he had talked about his vibhutis. There are 17 glories he has talked about in those particular slokas. Chapter number 8, chapter number 7, sloka 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What are the things that he has talked about? Rasohamapsu kaunteya. If you look at apsu is water. In the waters, the taste is me. We drink water every day. Bhagavan has told that the taste that you get in the water is me. Raso aham. Aham rasaha apsu. In the water, I am the taste. Pravasmi Shashishuryoho. In the case of sun and the moon, that brilliance of shining is me. Praprasmi Shashishuryoho. Pranava Sarva Vedeshu. The Omkara that we have in all the Vedas, it is me. I have given this color differentiation to show that each one is one kind of glory. Okay. Rasaha aham apsu is one glory. I am the taste in water. Prabhasmi Shashishuryoho. I am the shining thing in the sun and moon. Pranava Sarva Vedeshu. Omkara boom that we have in all the Vedas, that is me. Shabda K. The sound that you have in the Akasha. Akasha has got sound. That sound is me. Paurusham Drushuhu. The potency of the human beings, not only human beings, all the things in the world, by which they are able to have potency and then have the further procreation of their own thing is Paurusham. That Paurusham that everything, animals or plants or human beings have, is Bhagavan says it is me. Then Punyo Gandha Prithuvyam. The sweet smell you are getting from the earth, it is me. Sweet smell from the earth means anything that is smell. If you look at rose, it's beautiful smell. If you look at a lotus, has got a fantastic smell. Jasmine, you've got a smell. So everything has got a nice smell that comes out. We have so many beautiful things. All those smell, Bhagavan says, Punyo Gandha Prithivyam. It is me. Then Tejas Chaspi Vibhavaso. If you look at the Agni, the Tejas that you have in the Agni is me. Then Jivanam Sarvabhuteshu. The life force in all of us, in every one of the living things, all of us, plants, animals, everything, when they have a life, The life source behind that, Bhagavan says it's me. Tapaschasmi tapasvishu. If you look at it, tapaschasmi, those who are having austerities. The austerities, the discipline that they follow, that tapas is me. They have vak tapas, they have different types of tapas they do. All those tapas, Bhagavan says it is me. So you see how many of them, Rasohamapsu is one, Prabhas Yashuryo 2, Sarva Vedeshu Pranavaha 3, Shabdam Ke Paurusha 4, Paurusham Rishuhu 5. So he keeps on telling about his various glories. Then Bijam Mam Sarvabhutanam. I am the person who is a seed for all the things. When he says I am the seed for everything, the entire creation has come from Bhagavan. If you look at that way, if you put one seed, mango seed, then mango tree comes. If you put a okra tree, you get okra seed, okra tree is going to come. But the entire creation has got a thing, and that is the creation by the Bhagavan is the seed. Because of the entire creation of both material as well as sentience and intelligence things have come up. So Bijam Mam Sarva Bhutanam. Viddhi Partha Sanatanam. Understand that my other vibhuti is that I am Sanatanam. I am eternal. And then Buddhir Buddhimatam Asmi. If you look at intelligent people, the intelligence in the intelligent people is me. If you look at that way, somebody is very intelligent. Somebody is so smart. When you say smart or intelligent, there is something in him which makes us know that he is intelligent. That intelligence is, Bhagavan says, it is me. Then Tejasvi Namaham. In the brilliance, again, one is that Buddhi, in the case of knowledge, the Tejasvi Namaham. The brilliance, among the brilliant, I am the brilliance. In the brilliant people, I am the brilliance. Tejasvi Namaham. Then Balam Balavatam Chaham. If you look at anything where there is going to be a lot of power, he says that when you say somebody is a strong person, what defines strength in an elephant or a lion, that particular strength is Bhagavan. Balam Balavatam Cha Aham. Kama Raga Vibhajidam. But only Bhagavan says that it is not going to, my strength, whatever I have, is not going to be governed by Raga Dveshas. Because when you have Raga Dveshas and you also have a power with you, you got strength with you, or you got a power with you, and you also have Raga Dveshas, then you can trample the people. So Bhagavan says, the strength is there, but absolutely devoid of Raga and Dvesha. Dharma Viruddho Bhuputeshu Kamosmi Bharatarshaka. He also says that I am the kind of desire in people because of which they are able to also multiply within themselves. Everything, not only human beings, all the things are able to multiply because of some desires they have, because of which they are able to procreate. Then Echaiva Sattvika Bhava. Similarly, the three gunas, Sattvika, Rajasa, Tamasa, all these three things are me. If we look at that way, the entire material world, we can call it as three different gunas. Apart from human beings also, we got gunas. So Sattvika, Rajasa, and Tamasa are the gunas that we have. If you look at the kind of the Prithvi that if you look at the world of things that we have, then everything is in order. The sun comes up in the morning, the moon goes every month, once it goes around the sun, Earth rotates once every day, then the Saturn rotates once 19 years around the sun. All these things happen. So the order, universal order is called Sattvika. Okay, that's intelligence. That intelligence is called Sattvika. Then the action is there. Everything is moving, everything is going on. Otherwise, things will not happen. So that particular intelligence is Sattvika. The motion that we have in the entire world is Rajasa. And the material that you have, material constitution of the earth, it's called Tamasa. So he says that when you look at a material, it's a material, it is intelligence, and it is energy. All the three are me. So you got energy, material, and intelligence, all the three are me. So in this itself, this chapter number 7, between the Shloka 8 and 12, he had talked about 17 glories. Okay. Then when you start looking at chapter number 9, he had talked about 37 glories. Okay. We have just done it last week only. Aham Kratuhu. I am the one who is the Strauta Karma, whatever is Strauta Yajnas, whatever is being done. I am the one. As per Vedic rituals, I am that. Aham Kratuhu. Aham Yajnaha. I am the rituals. Swada Aham. I am the one that is being given to the Pitrus, the food that is being given to Pitru is Vada Aham, Aushadam Aham, that is, I am the plants and other thing that you have. Mantraha Aham, I am the Vedic mantras. Aham Eva Ajyam, I am the ghee that is used in terms of any yajna. Aham Agnihi, I am the fire. Aham Hutam, I am the one that is put into the fire. Pita Hamasya Jagataha, the entire universe, I am the Pita, I am the father of the universe, I am the creator of the universe. Asya Jagataha Pita, Asya Jagataha Mata, I am also the Mata because Mata is because of my creative Shakti, you have got all these things happening. That is, we talked about Ishvara is equal to Nirguna Brahmam plus Maya. That Maya and other things only create everything. The creative power of the universe can be called Mata. So, Asya Jagataha Mata is me. Asya Jagataha Data is me. The one who is supporting is me. Asya Jagataha Pitamaha is me. Because when he said Pita is for creation, and somebody will say, who created the Pita? So he said, I am Pitamaha, which means that I am the uncaused cause. Which means that Pitamaha, you have to understand that he is not having any cause. He is the cause for everything, but he does not have a cause for his existence, which means that he was existing before anything else came into existence. Vedyam. Vedyam means what you are supposed to know is me. At the end of the day, why are we reading Bhagavad Gita? We are reading Bhagavad Gita and understanding it to understand and have a knowledge of the Bhagavan, knowledge of Ishvara. Vedyam means what is to be known is me. Pavitram, I am the purifier. I am the purifier of what? Purifier of Ajnana. Like we had discussed about, outside body is bath, mental purification is through japa and meditation and chanting, etc. And our karma sarira can be shuddhi. That shuddhi is how do you ensure ignorance is removed. That is the pavitram. That once you get that particular cleanliness done of your ignorance, once the jnana is received, then you will never forget that jnana. So it's called pavitram. Pavitram. Omkaraha is me. Rigveda, Samaveda, Yajurveda is all me. Ruk, Sama, Yajuhu, Evacha. Then he said, Gatihi Bhatta Prabhuhu. Gatihi Bhatta means at the end of the day, where do we go? We all have to go to Paramagati. So he says, I am the Paramagati. I am the Prabhuhu. I am the overlord for everything. I am the Vishnu consciousness, Sakshi. Okay. The Sakshi, witness consciousness, is also there in every one of us. Nivasaha, everybody is staying in a place. No, this is a house. I am staying Nivasaha. But this is a place in Pune. Pune is in the earth, India. India is in the earth. Earth is in the universe. The entire thing is all his place. It's all Nivasaha. The entire thing is within Bhagavan's Nivasam. Sharanam, the one to whom everybody has to surrender. Suhrud, the person who has got absolutely no expectation, but he's having such a good feeling for helping. He's so friendly, does not have any kind of conditional friendliness and goodness. He's so friendly and good. So Suhrud, Prabhavaha Pralayaha Sthanam. When the Prabhava, that is, the creation takes place, or when the Pralaya takes place, he is the ultimate place where everything is going to be getting into. Nidhanam is the place where all the karmas are all stored at the time of Pralaya and then taken back. Bijam, he has already told Aham Bijam, Bhutanam, Bijam Abjayam, he has told that, Sarva Bhutana Bijam Aham. So Bijam, Abjayam, he is immutable, imperishable. So Tapami Aham. Tapami Aham means the temperature that we have. If you look at that way, there is something with this one word in English called Goldilocks situation. Goldilocks means that it has been exactly the way it should be. For example, the earth is in a Goldilocks position, which means that the location of earth is in such a distance from sun that neither it is too hot nor too cold like other planets which are close to it, which are very far away from it. Mars is an icy. Some of the planets are extremely cold, where it is very difficult to live. And when you go closer to the earth, then it is also closer to the sun, also is extremely hot. So earth is in such a kind of location where the temperatures are absolutely perfect, where you have got water availability, and then everything can exist. So in this particular place, tapa means the warmth that you get. That warmth that we have is all from Bhagavan. The right kind of warmth is available for us, for the existence. So tapami aham, varsham aham, the rain that we get season after season is me. Nigrunyam utrujami, I withdraw the summer season I bring in rainy season. I withdraw the rainy season, I bring in spring season. No, all the seasons, he brings it, takes it back. Nigrudam, Uchsujami. All these things are done by me. Amritam is what? The Atma is Amritam. It does not have a death. And then Prithyu is the body falls. That is also me. Sad, Asat is all me only. Sad, Asat, Cha, Aham, Arjuna is all me. Then all these things, he has got 37 glories he has talked to. This is in chapter number 9, which we did from 16th sloka to 19th sloka. He has also spoken about some of the glories of devotion. Devotion in the case of, I think, chapter 9, I think, Ananya Cheta, this is 8th chapter. Ananya Cheta Satatam Yomas Parthi Nityashaka Tasyaham Sulabha Partha Nitya Yuktasya Yogina. He had told in the 8th chapter that he was talking about different types of people, different types of things they have to do to go to God. No, like you have to do pranayama, then at the time of death, you have to do all those kinds of things, then say womb and leave the body. That time he says that Ananya Cheta Satatam Yomans Bharti Nitya Shaka, the person who is able to get connected with me always, for those people, it is extremely easy. Sulabha Partha, Nitya Yukta Yoginaya. For those kinds of Nitya Yuktas who are always connected with me, for them reaching me is very, very easy. So this talk about glory of devotion, the glory of bhakti also he has spoken there. And in 9th chapter also he had talked about that in 2 slokas. Ananya Chintayanto Mam Yejana Parjupasate Tesham Nitya Abhiyuktanam Yogakshema Bahamiyam. Ye api anya devata bhakta jajante saddhayanvitaha. Even if they are worshipping some other deities, it's shraddha. Te api, for those people also, mam eva yajanti vidipurvakam. So I only ensure that they are taken care. Though whatever they are worshipping is not, they are only worshipping at lower levels without understanding. Yajanti avidipurvakam. Tepi Mameva Konteya, for them also, everything is only coming to me. So this is the two things that he talked about, glory of his own devotion. So I thought these are the glories he has already spoken about in different chapters. And now chapter 10, what Bhagavan has now decided is that he is going to talk some more glories of him so that we have a clear understanding of what Bhagavan is. Because at the end of the day, we want to have two types of knowledge. One is indirect knowledge of trying to understand our own Atma and self-knowledge. The other one is to understand the manifestations of God and then have an appreciation for those kinds of things and then get the kind of confirmation in ourselves that this is Bhagavan. So then you start appreciating that and you're getting into a kind of bhaktya. And then once you get into the bhakti, you'll be able to continue to contemplate and then you'll be able to get Bhagavan's grace and then able to know yourself, if not in this life, at least in the subsequent lives. So he is now going to tell something more. Now, if you look at that way, these 37 plus 17, 54 different types of vibhudis that he has talked about, I am sure that we are all interacting with those kinds of things on a daily basis. So we'll be able to connect with Bhagavan in terms of all these kinds of things, which perhaps we might have missed. We might have just taken for granted that the sun comes in the morning, it will heat, okay. But because of heat, we have the plant growing. Because the plant grows, photosynthesis takes place. Because of that, oxygen is getting liberated. Oxygen is required by all of us to consume and live. If you look at the entire cycle, it's all beautiful. But we take it for granted. But now the only thing is that we have to understand that it is all vibhudi. It is all glories of Bhagavan. And he's going to further explain this in the subsequent 10th chapter. Some more vibhudis he's going to talk about. So that we have a very clear knowledge of how do we recognize and appreciate Bhagavan in day-to-day interaction with many things that we have in the life. Okay. So with this, I'll close this one also, and then we'll go to the 10th chapter. Screen is visible now?
Yes, Mahodaya, it's visible, Mahodaya.
Okay, so we'll start now.
Yes, Mahodaya. Mrinalini Gopalan Bagini.
ॐ श्री परमात्मने नमः। अथ दशमोऽध्यायः विभूतियोगः।
ॐ श्री परमात्मने नमः। अथ दशमोऽध्यायः विभूतियोगः।
Yeah, you just hang on. Yeah. Shri Bhagavanuvach Bhuya Eva Mahabaho.
ॐ श्री भगवानुवाच भूय एव महाबाहो। श्री भगवानुवाच भूय एव महाबाहो।
शृणु मे परमौ वचः।
शृणु मे परमौ वचः। शृणु मे परमौ वचः।
भूय एव महाबाहो शृणु मे परमौ वचः।
भूय एव महाबाहो शृणु मे परमौ वचः। भूय एव महाबाहो शृणु मे परमौ वचः।
Good. Next.
शांति बद्री भगिनी।
यत्तेऽहं प्रीयमाणाय।
नमस्ते सर।
नमस्ते।
यत्तेऽहं प्रीयमाणाय। यत्तेऽहं प्रीयमाणाय।
यत्तेऽहं प्रीयमाणाय।
यत्तेऽहं प्रीयमाणाय। यत्तेऽहं प्रीयमाणाय।
वक्ष्यामि हितकाम्यया।
वक्ष्यामि हितकाम्यया। वक्ष्यामि हितकाम्यया।
यत्तेऽहं प्रीयमाणाय वक्ष्यामि हितकाम्यया।
यत्तेऽहं प्रीयमाणाय वक्ष्यामि हितकाम्यया। यत्तेऽहं प्रीयमाणाय वक्ष्यामि हितकाम्यया।
Good. Next.
गुरुमूर्ति महोदय।
भूय एव महाबाहो शृणु मे परमौ वचः।
भूय एव महाबाहो शृणु मे परमौ वचः। भूय एव महाबाहो शृणु मे परमौ वचः।
Good. Next.
कृष्ण पावनी भगिनी।
यत्तेऽहं प्रीयमाणाय वक्ष्यामि हितकाम्यया।
यत्तेऽहं प्रीयमाणाय वक्ष्यामि हितकाम्यया। यत्तेऽहं प्रीयमाणाय वक्ष्यामि हितकाम्यया।
Good. Next.
साई लक्ष्मी भगिनी।
First line 2 times.
श्री भगवान् उवाच भूय एव महाबाहो शृणु मे परमौ वचः। भूय एव महाबाहो शृणु मे परमौ वचः।
Good. Next.
विजयलक्ष्मी आर भगिनी।
Second line 2 times.
यत्तेऽहं प्रीयमाणाय वक्ष्यामि हितकाम्यया। यत्तेऽहं प्रीयमाणाय वक्ष्यामि हितकाम्यया।
Good. Next.
वीणा फानीश्री भगिनी।
Full shloka from Bhagavanuvach. Shri Bhagavanuvach.
श्रीभगवानुवाच भूय एव महाबाहो शृणु मे परमौ वचः। यत्तेऽहं प्रीयमाणाय वक्ष्यामि हितकाम्यया।
Good. Next.
के ललिता भगिनी।
Yes, sir. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Bhuya Eva Mahabaho Shrunu Me Paramau Vachaha यत्तेऽहं प्रीयमाणाय वक्ष्यामि हितकाम्यया.
Good. Next.
उषा श्रीनिवासन भगिनी.
Full shloka.
श्रीभगवानुवाच भूय एव महाबाहो शृणु मे परमं वचः यत्तेऽहं प्रीयमाणाय वक्ष्यामि हितकाम्यया.
Good. Next.
अनुपमा भट्ट भगिनी.
श्रीभगवानुवाच भूय एव महाबाहो शृणु मे परमं वचः यत्तेऽहं प्रीयमाणाय वक्ष्यामि हितकाम्यया.
Good. Next.
काश्मीरा भगिनी.
श्रीभगवानुवाच भूय एव महाबाहो शृणु मे परमौ वचः यत्तेऽहं प्रीयमाणाय वक्ष्यामि हितकाम्यया.
Good. Next.
श्रीलक्ष्मी भगिनी. श्रीलक्ष्मी भगिनी.
श्रीभगवानुवाच सुभूय एव महाबाहो शृणु मे परमं वचः यतोऽहं प्रीयमाणाय वक्ष्यामि हितकाम्यया.
Yatteham.
Sorry, sir.
Yatteham, not yattoham. Yatteham. Yat te aham.
यत्तेऽहं प्रीयमाणाय वक्ष्यामि हितकाम्यया.
Yatteham priyamanaya, not priyamanaya. Priyamanaya.
यत्तेऽहं प्रीयमाणाय वक्ष्यामि हितकाम्यया.
Good. Next.
विजयलक्ष्मी आर भगिनी.
श्रीभगवानुवाच भूय एव महाबाहो शृणु मे परमं वचः यत्तेऽहं प्रीयमाणाय वक्ष्यामि हितकाम्यया.
Good. So now Bhagavan starts his 10th chapter. He says, Bhuya eva Mahabaho. He says, again, indeed, again, Mahabaho Arjuna. Why he calls Arjuna Mahabaho is that he is telling that Arjuna is also having his own glory. No? He has got a very strong arms. His glory is that he is able to be a wonderful warrior. He is a very good human being. He has got a very high level of dharma. So he is his glory. If you look at Arjuna, he has got lot of such kinds of fantastic glories within him. So he is addressing him in this chapter. Mahabaho means you are mighty armed Arjuna. That means, but Arjuna may think that he is a mighty armed, but that the mighty arm is Bhagavan. So he is trying to now give him those kinds of understanding. So Bhuya eva Mahabaho. So indeed again Arjuna, Shunu me paramam vachaha. Shunu means listen. Listen to my paramam vachaha. Paramam is ultimate or limitless capability, my limitless glories. Please listen to that. So Bhagavan says that Bhuya eva Mahabaho Shunu me paramam vachaha. I am going to talk to you about my limitless glories, which you please indeed listen to it. But when you said again, it means that he has spoken about that in the earlier chapters, and that is what I thought I should take it up now and run through all those things. He has already spoken about these glories in the earlier chapters. So he says that apart from that, I am again going to talk something more about my glories. Bhuya eva Mahabaho Shunu me paramam vachaha. Yat te aham priyamanaya. Aham, te, me. Aham is me, te means you. Okay. Te, to you. Priyamanaya means here. Priyamanaya means that Arjuna is having so much of interest in listening to it. It is not that Krishna is liking Arjuna in this case. It is not that is the meaning. Arjuna has got so much of interest after listening to 9 chapters of Gita from 8 chapters of Gita from second chapter onwards to Krishna. Arjuna has become so engrossed in understanding what Bhagavan is telling. So he is so interested to know. He has got a liking to know. So Priyamanaya, Te Priyamanaya, because you are having so much of interest in knowing all these things. Yad, that one. What is that one? About my glories. Vakshyami, I'll tell you. Hitakamyaya, for your welfare, I'll tell you. So, what is going to be my glories? Whatever I have spoken, I'll further again also add upon to that and then talk to you about my limitless glories because I find that you are very much interested in knowing that. So, I'll tell you, you please listen. Shrunu means listen. Okay, it's something like ordering people. No, Shrunu. Shrunu means listen to me and I'll tell you for your own welfare. Yatite aham priyamanaya vakshyami. Vakshyami means I am going to tell you. It's going to be future tense. Kita kamyaya, for your own welfare and for your own good. Next.
Mrinalini Gopalan Bagini.
Name vidussuraganaha.
न मे विदुःसुरगणाः न मे विदुःसुरगणाः
Prabhavam namahर्षयः
प्रभवन्नमहर्षयः प्रभवन्नमहर्षयः
न मे विदुःसुरगणाः प्रभवन्नमहर्षयः
न मे विदुःसुरगणाः प्रभवन्नमहर्षयः न मे विदुःसुरगणाः प्रभवन्नमहर्षयः.
Next.
Kashmira Bagini.
Ahamadirhi devanam.
अहमादिर्हि देवानाम् अहमादिर्हि देवानाम्
Maharshinaam cha sarvashah.
महर्षीणां च सर्वशः महर्षीणां च सर्वशः
Ahamadirhi devanam. Maharshinaam cha sarvashah.
अहमादिर्हि देवानां महर्षीणां च सर्वशः अहमादिर्हि देवानां महर्षीणां च सर्वशः.
Good. Next.
Sai Lakshmi Bagini.
First line 2 times.
न मे विदुःसुरगणाः प्रभवन्न महर्षयः न मे विदुःसुरगणाः प्रभवन्न महर्षयः.
That may you may have to use some emphasis. Na me vidussuraganaha. Bhagavan says me. People don't know me. Na me vidussuraganaha. So that may I want it to be slightly emphasized. Na me vidussuraganaha.
न मे विदुःसुरगणाः न मे विदुःसुरगणाः
Prabhavanna maharshayah.
प्रभवन्न महर्षयः प्रभवन्न महर्षयः.
Na me vidussuraganaha. Prabhavanna maharshayah.
न मे विदुःसुरगणाः प्रभवन्न महर्षयः न मे विदुःसुरगणाः प्रभवन्न महर्षयः.
Good. Next.
Anupama Bhatt Bagini.
Ahamadirhi devanam maharshinaam cha sarvashah.
अहमादिर्हि देवानां महर्षीणां च सर्वशः अहमादिर्हि देवानां महर्षीणां च सर्वशः.
Good. Next.
Shanti Badri Bagini.
First line 2 times.
न मे विदुः सुरगणाः प्रभवन्न महर्षयः न मे विदुः सुरगणाः प्रभवन्न महर्षयः.
Good. Next.
Gurumurti Mahodaya.
Second line 2 times.
अहमादिर्हि देवानां महर्षीणां च सर्वशः अहमादिर्हि देवानां महर्षीणां च सर्वशः.
Good. Next.
Krishna Pavani Bhagini.
Full shloka once.
न मे विदुः सुरगणाः प्रभवन्न महर्षयः अहमादिर्हि देवानां महर्षीणां च सर्वशः.
Good. Next.
Usha Srinivasan Bhagini.
Full shloka.
न मे विदुः सुरगणाः प्रभवन्न महर्षयः अहमादिर्हि देवानां महर्षीणां च सर्वशः.
Good. Next.
Veena Fanishri Bhagini.
न मे विदुः सुरगणाः प्रभवन्न महर्षयः अहमादिर्हि देवानां महर्षीणां च सर्वशः.
Good. Next.
Vijay Lakshmi R Bhagini.
न मे विदुः सुरगणाः प्रभवन्न महर्षयः अहमादिर्हि देवानां महर्षीणां च सर्वशः.
Good. Next.
K Lalita Bhagini.
न मे विदुः सुरगणाः प्रभवन्न महर्षयः अहमादिर्हि देवानां महर्षीणां च सर्वशः.
Good. Next.
Kashmira Bhagini.
Yes. न मे विदुः सुरगणाः प्रभवन्न महर्षयः अहमादिर्हि देवानां महर्षीणां च सर्वशः.
Good. One more person.
Sri Lakshmi Bhagini. Sri Lakshmi Bhagini. Okay, Shanti Badri Bhagini. Anupama Bhatt Bhagini.
न मे विदुः सुरगणाः प्रभवन्न महर्षयः अहमादिर्हि देवानां महर्षीणां च सर्वशः.
Good. Okay. So Bhagavan is now talking about himself. So I'm sure that all of you have now understood that he's not talking like the charioteer, or he is not talking like Krishna, who is there in that form in front of Arjuna. He is talking as a creator of this world. He is talking as the creator of the universe. He is the person. He is the Brahman. He is talking at that level now. He has been talking at that level only whenever he said Aham, Me, Mama, Mom, all those things. Whenever he said he was only referring to his divine nature. Only he is talking about. He is not talking about in any one of the things that we are now encountering Bhagavan with. So he is not talking just Lord Krishna. He says to Arjuna, Me na viduhu suraganaha. Suraganaha are gods. If you look at Indra, Varuna, Rudra, Vishnu, Brahma, all these are gods. We know all these gods. He says that those people also do not know me. They don't know. Okay. Na viduhu suraganaha, and then na maharshayah. Even maharishis are also not aware of. What is that they are not aware of him? They are not aware of his Prabhavam. Prabhavam means, if you look at that way, Rudra was created by Bhagavan to ensure through Maya, to ensure that he does the job of destruction, not destruction, job of ensuring that there's going to be a proper way of the body is getting taken care of. That's what the Rudra's job. Brahma's job was to ensure the creations. And then we had Vishnu who was supposed to sustain. So Brahma and Vishnu and Shiva were all the people who have been nominated to do responsibilities to take care of to take entire universe. Okay. So he says that even they do not know me. When he says that they do not know me and Prabhavam means what I was before they came into picture or they came into being, they are not aware. It is something like the children telling that to the parents that I have not seen it was very good. We had a 3-course dinner. The food was fantastic. Food was fantastic. The music was beautiful. Chautry was good. Everything you say, they'll only hear, but they will not understand that fully the way people have lived in that particular moment. Okay, they can only understand. Yeah, so the food was good. That whatever they served, no, they were fabulous. But fabulous, they can understand. But what is the experience that they had in that wedding at that time? You cannot replicate. You can only tell by words that it was very good. It was a grand function. It was beautiful. Everybody was so happy. You can say all those things. They can understand that, but they will not be able to experience that. So if you look at that way, be it Brahma or Shiva or Vishnu or everybody, Maharshi, etc., he says that they don't know. They don't know what I was. Prabhavam na Maharshaya. They don't know about my creation, before creation, how I was there, what I was there. They don't know. Aham Adi. He says, I am Adi. I am the first. I am the earliest. These people all came later. He is the first employee. You know, in some company they say, I am the first employee. Yeah, I know everything. He says, I am Aham Adihi. Devanam Maharshainam. I am Adi means I am the one who was existing even before Devas, the gods that we all know, we all worship, and also Maharshis that we have a lot of Maharshis who have brought in a lot of knowledge to us. For those Maharshis as well as for Devas also, I am Aham Adihi. I am much, much earlier than all those. Just Sarvashaha. Sarvashaha means across anything that you have, for all those things, I was the one that was Adi. So I am Anadi. Okay, that's what he's trying to communicate in this. He says that they also have limitations in knowing me. It is what he is telling is that my glory is limitless. Even the Bhagavans and Rishis, even the gods and Rishis have limitation in understanding me. That's what he's telling. Name vidu suraganaha prabhavam na maharshayah aham adihi aham he means indeed aham adihi devana maharshinam sarvashaha adi. I am the one who is ahead or much earlier than devas, maharshis and everything sarvashaha. Okay, so we'll stop with this and then we'll start on, but we'll take it up further on Monday. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha Adadashamodhyayah Vibhuti Yogah Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Bhuya Yeva Mahabaho Shrunu Me Paramau Vachah Yatteham Priyamanaya Vakshyami Hitakamyaya Nami Vidusturaganaha Prabhavanna Maharshayah Ahamadirhi Devanam Maharshinancha Sarvashah Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om